Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Ipswich, and welcome back to what is becoming a very painful experience, and our form has really dipped over the last... this glitch gets on my nerves. Our form has really glitched over recent weeks, and we have some more bad news in that we have lost our goalkeeper. And I've lost Broadhead on the left wing, which means that I'm getting shorter players again. And although we are sitting pretty in 12th at the moment, and we've played a game more than Crystal Palace and played a game less than Crystal Palace and two less than Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth, we've played a game less than. We still need to gather points. I think 41 points means we've achieved our objective. Our objective was to attempt to avoid relegation from the Premier League. The board are delighted with that, and they're saying the fact the team is so many points ahead of where we're expected to finish makes the overachievement even more impressive. So in terms of survival, we have survived the first season in the Prem. Hasn't been easy, and it's been very painful. But we also have an FA Cup semi-final, and having beaten Grimsby in the quarter-final, we now have to play Aston Villa in the FA Cup semi-final. It could have been worse. We could have been playing Manchester City or Chelsea. But who knows what's going to happen in that. If we get to a final, I'll be shocked. I'm not expecting to reach the final. I'm just going to try and get through these games as best we can. Pick up as many points as we can. And hopefully survive. And finish maybe in about 14th. I'd like to finish around 14th. And with the squad that we've had, that will be extremely good. Robert, good to see you. How are you? How was your Christmas, my friend? And Brentford are below us in the table. And so I wonder if I should be playing a little bit more positive than we normally do, or whether we should just keep playing the way that we've been playing. I'm tempted, and I will have to play with the standard line because of the wing play. And I'm actually tempted to go a little bit more positive just to see if that makes a difference. We have a lot of attacking players going forward, so why not be a little bit more positive? I don't want to bring in an injured goalkeeper. Delap, I really don't care if I ever see him again. Harwood Bellis has not been very fit, and he does suggest balance, so we'll go with balanced. I wasn't sure, and so therefore we'll go with what the assistant says. Goalkeeper is injured and expected to be out for another 5 days before he comes to training, so I'm not going to play an injured goalkeeper. Hlatke has actually played well when deputising, so we'll give him another shot. Morton comes back into the team. Humphreys comes back into the team. Gould on the left wing, who's been playing fairly well. Harwood Bellis, we have to look at. Is he fully fit? Not quite sure. His injury susceptibility is above average, but I will go with him because it does seem like he is fit to play. So let's go and play this game against Brentford. Who knows what's going to happen? It's all about survival, and I think we've survived. And I want us to, I need to say that. And I need to see a strong defence. Take control of the midfield, boys, and let's have some quality finishing. And I don't know if that's the right thing to say to them, but we shall see. Right at the beginning, as usual, I've forgotten to go to the assistant's advice. Mbuemo is playing up top, which is quite interesting. And I do need to close down whoever is the playmaker here. And could be him. Yeah, we'll tight mark Nurgard and see where we go from there. And keep an eye on where they are focusing their attacks and keep an eye on the possession. It might be that I need to change the way that we are playing and become a little bit more possession based. I don't like it when teams are playing, just being allowed to play in front of us. I also don't like our trigger press at the moment. I think it's too harsh, and I think we probably just need to step off that. But we'll see how this game starts, and keep an eye on who is extremely dangerous for Brentford. But nothing so far. Not a shot in anger, but here they come. Because we were never going to get anything from that, and they are looking to counterattack. And the trigger press is a bit harsh. I can see that now. And that ball down the middle is a bit worrying. So I don't want my boys pressing too much. I just want them to allow them to play in that space. The focus of play apparently is down the left-hand side. Highlights haven't shown me that, but we shall see. Fairly even contest at the moment, and we're just about edging it in terms of possession, but it's an odd-looking setup, and I worry about this 40% down the middle, but if that goes down and the wing play goes up, then we're in the right shape to defend against it. There is a concern about the left back, Brandon Williams, who is clearly out of position, which is why they may well be causing me problems down that side, and they have taken the lead. And it's gonna. I've said all along this is going to be a very, very painful experience, and I do want to put him on a support role because I think he's getting too far forward, and that was just a set piece. Nothing I can do about that. It's nothing to do with the lines. It's nothing to do with anything other than they've scored us from a set piece. And you can clearly see where Brandon Williams is. He's way too high up the pitch, so I want him to drop back a little bit. I was wondering if I should play positive and not allow them just to come at us. But I don't think we've done enough in terms of highlights yet. I need to get some highlights on the board and hope that this team will somehow pick up some more points from somewhere and even get to a cup final. And at the moment, it's all Brentford. Hi, Jose, how are you doing? All's good here. How is things your end? Afternoon, Max, how are you doing? At the moment on the pitch, we are being hammered by Brentford. They are below us in the table. I would have hoped for something from this. The right back is causing me a lot of problems. I can clearly see that, and that's because Williams has gone missing, and I cannot. I'm going to put him on a defend duty because I don't want him going missing. And I don't know why he's doing that. It's not normal. And I want him to tight mark that right back when he gets up the pitch. And since there's no focus down my right-hand side, perhaps Garosibel can go onto an attack duty. We'll see if we change that around, if that makes a little bit of a difference. But I think I do need to go positive. I think I do need to get players further up the pitch somehow. We do have the centre mid on attack, but we're just being forced back. I never like playing against wing play. It's very difficult to play against. But they shouldn't be able to get behind us with the line at standard, and really don't want to drop it back to lower, because that would be just inviting problems. That's something you would do at the end of the game. What was that? It was dreadful. That's basically. And nobody's playing very well. And that's upsetting, but let's get this game over with. And there's another game where we're going to blank, no points. And a game that I targeted that we should get some. At least one. And I'm really annoyed with the team. I'm really annoyed with myself. It's just not working out at the moment. I did think that the switch had been thrown because we were playing too well. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just a reflection of how bad we are. But I can't understand why we do so well against teams who are much better than us and cannot score against teams who are much worse than us. And at the moment, we've got the ball, though, so no need to panic. If we find a shot, somebody can take a shot, then we're in the game still. But it's not working out. And whilst we are on top, what I might do is come up into a mid-block. And what I will do is go to positive while we're on top. Let's see if we can't make the most of that. Switching over the fullback seems to have worked, because we've now got pretty much all the possession. We just need to put the ball in the net. Possession doesn't mean anything. Highlights don't mean anything if we don't score. And we've come a lot back into the game. But we are just not... I mean, we've got all the possession as well, which is interesting. But Brentford scored from a set piece, and there's nothing I can do. You can see now that Brandon Williams has come back a bit, but it's not deep enough yet. And the attacking fullback is not going anywhere. Possibly because he's taken a knock. And we have another chance. It's not going to be our day. And I need to go and make that change now. Ah, boy. I only have left backs on the bench, so Williams can come across. And Josh Tyman can come on the left-hand side. Hurst is having a poor game. Chaplin is having a poor game. I'm going to put Diallo up here to see what Diallo can do. He has been an absolute nightmare. And Ryan Gould, well, what can I do? It's just, it's a nightmare. He has to continue. I don't want to play Harness yet. And Harwood Bellis, who I took a chance on being fit, is having an absolute disaster as well. So, on we go. Can we get one from a set piece? How nice that would be. But in terms of the second half, we've absolutely dominated it, and just pushing up a bit has actually done the trick. Now, the problem I've got is Brandon Williams, and will he go missing on this side? And I can't do anything else. I don't think. We've had the possession. We're dominating the possession. And now it's time for personnel changes. I am going to have to put Harness on there. And I am going to take Harwood Bellis off. Apart from that, George Hurst. Let's just get Hurst off and put Delap on. Let's see what happens. Let's go for it. But it wouldn't surprise me after all that possession and no goals to see Brentford get another one. Because that's the way it's gone for us this season. And it's really strange how we've dominated so many games. And I think it's not that we've dominated the games. It's just a fault of FM. It makes you think that you are dominating games. And then you lose 1-0 or 2-1. But I think that's just a fault of FM. And are we really dominating it? Well, according to the stats, we are. We're just not able to score a goal. And we're running out of time. Well, no, I'm on extended highlights. There's just no highlights. So I'm going to push Timon up to support now. See if we can get another body up the pitch. Look at his positioning. The positioning of the left back is very, very strange. And I'm not quite sure why that is happening. Is it because he's being pulled inside by the winger? All that space outside him, they've manipulated. Not very well, because we've been the better team. But we've left, on the left, we've left tons of space behind us. And what about a penalty, ref? We must score, and we have got an equaliser, and it is Diallo. Can't possibly give offside for that. What was offside about that? Is he checking that we might have fouled? We've got a disallowed goal. This is the story of our season. Who's offside? He's given him offside. Oh, right, okay, he did touch it. Story of our season, that. Not to be another defeat. And just unlucky. It's just unlucky. The game's not with us at the moment. We can't do any more. We've dominated the second half, and unfortunately our forwards are not good enough. Again, there's another example of how not good enough we are. It's just nothing I can do about that. It's just, when you are first season in the Prem, it is horrible. We have now disallow that. Go on, disallow that one. We've got an equaliser, and I will take a point quite happily now. We've moved up to 11th. Oh boy, what a strange game this is. Finally, at the death, we've managed to get an equaliser, and I think deservedly so. I'm going to go back to balance now and put Timon back on a defend duty. I don't want them getting outside that space. We've got a point. I don't know how, but we'll take it. I think I'm going to sympathise. It was one of those days. We played well in the second half and didn't deserve that. But we've got 42 points. The relegation zone, they've got 30 points. There's only 4 games left to go. We have attempted to avoid relegation, and we've done it. And I just don't know what else to say. That was just the weirdest. That was the weirdest game. Still not won since we beat Grimsby in the league. We haven't won since we beat Nottingham Forest. It's been a long time since a win in the league. And now we have this FA Cup semi-final, which will take place in a week's time. And we are coming towards the end of the season, and it's been a good season. If we finish around here, then it's been a very good season, and we cannot complain. Crystal Palace drew as well, which is good, because they are below us. And I'm struggling to know what to do in terms of who to play up front. Aston Villa are a good team. There's no doubt about it. Looking for weaknesses in the way they play. They do fade late, which is something that I might want to be aware of. They don't make very good decisions. They're not very determined. If we can go a goal up, that will help. They're probably going to, I would say, gegenpress, but it's going to be a control possession, which is very similar. And so we do have to start with a high line. Try to stop them from getting in front of us, compress the space, basically. And I will come off the trigger press, because I don't really want us running around like headless chickens. And we'll go with that. Diallo is cup-tied, of course. And let's see what happens. Happened to me once with Wolfsburg. I won the championship. In 2 seasons I played very badly. I don't think the AI adapts to the tactic. It's like everybody says, it's just a line of code. The AI managers cannot think, and they don't adapt in the sense that we try to adapt. And they're not looking at individual players. They're not looking at anything other than they may change their style slightly. Better teams will be able to change their style. That's not a good result. Brighton now have gone to 35 points, 7 points behind us. So the better managers just kind of like have 2 different ways that they can play, and there'll be one of those 10 different ways. And so they will just switch the way that they play. It's impossible for the AI to adapt to your tactic. This game would be worth about £5,000 if all these AI managers could think like you do and change like you do. It's just that, and you've got to remember that the results are coded in already. And sometimes all it needs, as we did, if you're in a bad phase, you don't need to change your tactic completely. Last night, people might have seen in the journeyman save, we had a bad time against Chelsea, but we had to play Chelsea again. We'd lost twice to them. And what I did was my assistant manager suggested playing a shorter passing game, lower tempo. So I did, and then we beat Chelsea. And we played it again against Arsenal in the lower tempo, and we beat Arsenal. And then, when it came to the Champions League, I raised the tempo again. And we beat Paris Saint-Germain 4-0. So sometimes it's just that little change. Just that little change that you make. Castiles is fit. Howard Bellis, please. And Delap. Okay, let's give Delap a run then. Howard Bellis, he is my best defender, I guess. And Jason can come on to the bench. I don't have much. I'm not playing Ling. I refuse to play Ling. And we'll see how we get on. I wonder if I should have a word with Delap. His form is just unbelievably bad. I wonder if I can just go and talk to him about his form. It worked last time. So if we look at his form, 6.7, 6.3, 6.5, 6.2. I don't know why my assistant wants me to play him. So if I go and criticize his recent form, but be nice to him. I think I believe in your ability. Yeah, let's do that. And see, because last time when I did that, he scored twice. And maybe that's what it's going to take. And it'd be a shame if I have to keep doing that every match. And, maybe he just needs a little pat on the back, a little bit of belief. Manchester City will play Chelsea in the other one first. Hello, Blake. How are you doing, my friend? Just the one assistant manager. I think that's all the club will allow. And Chelsea have beaten Manchester City. That's an interesting result. Chelsea are 10th in the league. And if we beat Aston Villa, who knows? Are we going to win the final? The Premier League, any results here? We've dropped down because Manchester United won. beat Burnley 4-0. But it's okay. We're still okay. And we will, of course, have to play Aston Villa again after, because that always happens as well. It's kind of crazy. I had to play Chelsea 4 times in 5 games last night, over 2 sessions. And that is kind of crazy, if you ask me. Connor Chaplin and Hurst have a good partnership. So what are you saying? We should look to build on that? Should I take Delap out? Is that what he's saying? And put Hurst in? Hurst has been playing the best. So I am going to put Hurst in. And he has been my best forward. He's not brilliant. He has 20 goals in all competitions. Certainly not in the Premier League. If he had 20 in the Premier League, I'd be very happy. And they are very happy. Is the case of that the game notices? Yeah, I think it's that the game decides that if you continue with the same thing all the time, there's a line of code that interrupts that and creates the defeats for you. It's up to you then to recognize when you've lost 2, recognize, okay, maybe the game is doing that to me, and then try and just tweak something and see what happens in the next game. I don't think it takes big tweaks. Cash has always caused me problems against Villa. His composure isn't very good, so I think we'll close him down. Ollie Watkins, of course. Tielemans is probably their main man. And I think that's probably it. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. It's not really much of a choice I've got here. Go and show them what we're about, is what I'll say. I'm not going to tell them go out there and enjoy yourselves. Go and show them what we're about. I think this is probably the end of the cup run, I have to admit. I don't see us getting to the final. But it's been a good run. And getting to the cup semi-final has been fun. But I don't see getting to the final. I'll be very, very shocked if we manage to get to the final. But you never know. My players might decide to turn up today. And Villa are only in, 7th? So they're not that great. But they are coming forward and they almost scored. And set pieces again. This team is so bad defending set pieces. They are just so bad. So let's see what you've got, boys. This corner of the area is always a problem when you've got control possession or a gegenpress. Vertical tiki-taka as well, because it's kind of narrow and wingers will be looking to come inside. We have scored. Come on, FM. Play the white boy. Come on. We've scored from a set piece. And we're a goal up. This isn't going to last. There's only 3 minutes gone. We've gone and taken the lead. Kept him past 33 years old. He's dropped 3 stars. I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's just your assistant's opinion. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. This is exactly how it should look against a control possession, because they're going to be playing all across the pitch in front of you and trying to thread through balls. So hopefully our lines are compact. I haven't seen evidence yet of through balls. It's definitely more focused down the middle, so we're doing the right thing. It's just whether we are good enough to hold on. Are the defenders going to have a good day? Are they going to have a bad day? And our attackers going to try and score rather than pass the ball to the goalkeeper? So we've done well. What I do want to do is to look at the instructions. I want them to close down a little bit more on the flanks, because they will be using the corners of the penalty area. And so I want them just to close down a little more to stop them when they get into these positions. A lot of shots will go in from the corners of the penalty area, so I want the fullbacks just closing those down. But at the moment, we are a goal up. 30 minutes gone, we're a goal up. And we are doing well, and we took the ball off them there. Go on, Hursty, we've got men forward. Go on, nice little through ball, not yet. Come on, boys, come on. Yeah, we're in again. It's Garossa Palace made it 2-0. Are we going to the final? Oh, my Lord. This would be incredible. And to be playing Chelsea and not to be playing Manchester City is a bonus. And that's a fine goal. Oh boy, that is a fine goal. And Aston Villa are stunned. 30 minutes gone, we are 2-0 up. And they really, I can't even think about targeting players. They're just giving the ball away and doing all sorts of dumb things. So at the moment, I can't target anyone on their side because I don't know who's having a good game. Or who's having a particularly bad game is what I might need to look at. But we've given the ball away there. And he was offside anyway. But we are doing well, and we have totally taken the momentum. We're 2-0 up coming towards half-time. Morton is having a cracking game. Jacob Ramsey is playing well for them, but not well enough yet that I should actually think about doing anything about him. I think he is supposed to be tight marked. Penalty, ref! That looked like a penalty to me. We don't get them. The opposition get them. We don't get them. That's a lovely pass. Go on, Chaplin. Into the box. What a chance. Go on. No, it's not going to be. If we can get to 3-0 before half-time, Villa are sunk. But they are not really causing too many problems, Villa, which is kind of strange, since we could barely manage to do anything against Brentford. It's just one of those days where the boys have turned up, especially at the back. Harwood Bellis is playing very well. Tyler Morton's having a great game. And long may that continue into the second half. I do fancy, though, this is not the end of Villa. There's that little through ball. And unfortunately, though, he couldn't put it away. I'm wondering if that's a little warning about them trying to get behind my defence through the middle. I might drop the line in the second half just to stop them doing that. In fact, we'll do that now. It's kind of like a little warning that they're going to try and thread through balls through the middle, past my defence. Jacob Ramsey in particular. Probably need to put Tyler Morton on him. So probably I'm going to need to assign someone, Tyler Morton, to actually run around with him. It will stop Tyler Morton being a little creative. He'll be a little less creative, but we're 2-0 up. And it's for Villa to try and score. You might be winning, but that could all change. Don't let it happen. I don't think I want to say anything more to them. I'd like to say I'm happy, but that might make them complacent. So at the moment, I think everything's working. I don't need to do anything. Everybody's playing well. And I'm just going to hope that we can restrict Villa in the second half. Leon Bailey has come on. He's very pacey. But this Villa team doesn't look... It looks quite toothless at the moment. Well, having said that, they've taken the ball off us, but we were winning all those balls in midfield. Hurst has now got himself booked. No, he's managed to survive that one. But I like the way that they are playing. I like the way that they are taking the ball off the opposition. So let's get stuck in. Nobody's on a yellow card, so let's get stuck in and keep taking the ball off them. Keep an eye on Ramsey. He's had 3 key passes. Is Morton doing a job and stopping him? And it is another one. Brandon Williams has probably sent us to the FA Cup final. And Aston Villa, I don't understand what's happened to them. It probably means that I'm due for a 7-0 thrashing in the league match coming up. But we're in the final. We're in the cup final. And who'd have thought this result before the start of the game? And I just guess sometimes you set up correctly and it's going to work. And other times doesn't matter. It's not going to work because the other team is better than you. But sometimes, I guess, if you set up correctly, it's going to work. Oh, boy. Tyler Morton's having a fabulous game at last. I still don't think Villa are finished. I think we have to be vigilant. Bailey is probably going to cause me problems out on that flank. But well done to the fullback. So that, I mean, you see where he was positioned. That's why I wanted the wing backs closing down more, because he's playing around here. And I don't want him getting opportunities around here. He's very narrow. And so I want the wing backs closing down. Brandon Williams is playing well today. All the defence are playing well, which is an indication we've got the lines right. We've stopped them playing up through the middle, and they're now focused more down the flanks. So it's an indication that we now need to lift the line up again. Drop the line again. Oh, hit the post. Like I said, I don't think Villa are finished yet, but we could also catch them on the break as they push forward. But not like that. Oh, boy. Come on, boys. 66 minutes gone. It's time to make some subs now. And I don't really know who I want to take off. Goalkeeper, 6.9. Humphreys, probably. Morton is tired, but I don't care. Josh Tyman can come on. And let's give Delap his opportunity. And we'll go with that. I think coming off the trigger press has helped us. It helped us in the Brentford game, and it's helped us here. The trigger press is such a dangerous button. Oh, lordy, it was almost 4. And I think it's so overused. People just like ramp that up to much more. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. But referee's having a look for offside. But it'd probably be disallowed. But I think that was Delap. Was it Delap who put it in? Hey, Salonic, Merry Christmas to you too. I hope you have had a really good time at Christmas. Was that Delap who put it in? No, it was Chaplin. I thought Delap had come up with the goods. Wes Burns is very tired. Very, very tired. And Chaplin is tired as well as Gould. So let's make these final two. So 4-0. Villa are not coming back from this now. Wes Burns. Jason can come on for Wes Burns. Ryan Gould probably is the one who needs changing. Harness can come on for Gould. Watch me get an injury now. As we've made the subs on 72 minutes. Back down the middle. We need to push the line back up again. As it's going much more down the middle. But I think we've kept them quiet. And in fact, Ramsey has been taken off. So we've actually seen him off. Which is good news. Even a consolation for Villa will not matter now. 2 consolations won't matter now. But we need to just keep going. Keep fighting. I need to drop them some encouragement, I think. Yeah, they were going to get one back. Let's drop them some encouragement. Come on, boys. Is he going to be given offside? I did suspect they would get 1 or 2 back. It's been disallowed. Is that through ball again? So perhaps the higher line is not. What we should be doing is... They're like very clever little through balls. There. So if my defensive line was lower, we'd cut that out. So let's go back to that standard line. 4-0 in the semi-final. This game is nuts. This game is absolutely nuts. It could get to 5. Oh, Delap almost made it 5. Tractor boys to bulldozer boys. This is crazy. The league form is absolutely shocking. But we've got to the cup final. And who knows? It's only Chelsea. It has been known, I guess, for promoted teams to do this well. But I don't think one of us ever won the cup final. I don't think that's ever happened. I need to get the league out of the way now, these last 4 games done. And just find out where we're going to finish. Find out what the transfer budget's going to be. Should be looking for players at this point. I have money that I can spend. So we should be having a look at identifying areas we need to strengthen, which is everywhere. And just having a look at where... I think getting in a striker would be a good thing. And an attacking midfielder. But defensively, we need to improve as well defensively. Morton, Fazzini are good players. Probably midfield would be the last thing I look at. Look at making better. In midfield, we're pretty good. If these players start playing Morton and Fazzini and Humphreys, that's a pretty good midfield. As well as Hartel. We have taken Villa apart. I don't know whether that's my management or whether it's just the game has decided. But we did know that we had to play with a high line. And today it's worked. And today the left back is in a reasonable place. And we are going into the final. We are going into the cup final, and we have beaten Aston Villa by 4-0. And we have to play them again in the league, which is a big, big worry. It's just like, will be, I mean, this is huge. Getting into the cup final. This is huge. And thank you, FM, for giving me that one. Can you give me a couple of results in the league as well? But we don't need results in the league. We're safe. We're in 12th, mid-table. Norwich, Southampton, Bournemouth, Newcastle. So Bournemouth beat Newcastle, did they? That's a good result for Bournemouth. So we have every chance of slipping down a couple of places. But who cares? We're in the cup final against Chelsea. Tractor boys. Yeah, would be nice. 3 assists for Morton. I actually would like to buy him. 22 million. Those a bit pricey. I've got money in the bank. 6 million. But it's very pricey, 22 million. And what the fans want, they probably are not going to get. It really will depend on what kind of budget we get. Cavallini, available for £750,000. Goalkeeper. Good aerial reach. Let's compare him to Castiles. They're pretty much of a muchness. No need to change that. Pablo Roberto, midfielder. Not really for this next season. £6 million, Alvarez. Not really. It's not going to be much better than what we've got. So, time to go and play Villa in the league and see how we get on with that. So I do need to give them a rest. Garasabal. And George Hurst. Give those boys a day off. And let's go and play Aston Villa in the league. I mean, I guess we just set up exactly the same way. But this is the key. Will Aston Villa have learned and do I need to tweak it somewhere? Because we are the poorer team, do I need to tweak something? And what could I tweak? We play as we played. Could be the passing that I tweak. Could be the width. What do you think? Should I play with a lower tempo, shorter passing, lower tempo? What do you think, guys? Because I'm basing this on what happened with Chelsea. Do we do something different in the league game? Or do we just continue with what we did and hope that we're going to get another thrashing of Villa? I don't think that's going to happen. Boys are going to be tired, aren't they? They're not bad. They're not bad. We'll see when we get there. We're already there. So this is our game in hand. This is clearly our game in hand that we have over the teams below us. We have 2 games in hand over the teams below us. So this is one of them. I really think I'm going to change something. And I'm going to go and change the passing and play at a slightly lower tempo. And try and just see if that's what you need to do. It's just an experiment to see if that's what you need to do. I don't know. We'll try it. Because that's what worked in the other save against Chelsea. So they're all fit. And I don't really want to change the team too much. They played well. Williams, Timon. No, I'm not going to change the team. I'm going to go with the same team. We'll see if we can get possession off them. And if that doesn't work, then it's my mistake. We can always go back in the second half. I'm going to go with the same team. They did me proud. Diallo's not playing very well. Yeah, we'll go with that. We will go with that. And they're all very happy, thank goodness. And we have to play Villa again. Now, this is going to be a different Villa team for sure. Let's beat them again. Show no mercy. We've got nothing to lose here. Go out there, boys, with nothing to lose, and give it your best shot. Now, we do know that Tielemans is a danger. Cash is on the bench. And I do know that Ramsey is a danger, so might even be prudent to put Morton on him right from the beginning. Ask my wing backs to close down a little bit more. And that'll do. Let's go and play some football. Let's see if we can beat them again. Now, I've tweaked something there, and this is an experiment. Could remove one of the two attack duties, go cautious mentality. We could do, but I find that if you go cautious, it just like you're really risking it by drawing them on because you're not having any attacking threat. You do need an attacking threat. And you find that you're getting one attack during the game that's not enough. Getting stuck in might be something we need to do as well later on once we make sure we're not getting cards. But I'm just trying out this shorter passing. It's what I tried against Chelsea last night, and it worked. It's just changing something. Because otherwise, this is set up for a 5-0 hammering or goals going on. But trying to keep possession from them. Unfortunately, though, nobody's marking Ramsey. He's supposed to be type marked, and he just tore us apart. So it didn't work. So I'm going to go back to what we were doing and just try the old way. I mean, this is FM. There's no way we're going to beat them twice. And the game has decided, yeah, let's put him in the cup final. Now it's going back to reality, and we're going to get a sound thrashing. Not be able to pass the ball, not be able to tackle, not be able to do anything. So it's back to normal in this game. We're just a cup team. There we go. We're not going to be able to score. That would have gone in last time. A lot of our players down the right, they are playing as I expect them to play. The pattern is the same. But it might be the centre mid on attack needs to come on to support. Just take it. Give him a little bit more defensive responsibility. He might be going missing. I'm not quite sure where he was aiming there. I think that was going like about 18 yards wide. And our set piece wasn't good enough. Okay, so we're back in the game. Diego, Carlos and Ramsey are the problem, of course. And they are playing exactly how I thought they would play. One of the things I've got to be careful of is the through balls again. Watch these little through balls that they play, but if we can keep them shooting from distance, I'll be fine with that. It's all Aston Villa at the moment, I expect that. We're going to stay in 12th, still with a game in hand, which is good news. But I don't know where our next points are coming from. I really don't. I think we're done for points. Tyler Morton is our main man again. What I'm going to do is focus play up the middle. Just draw everybody into the middle. You can see there's a bit of wing play going on at the moment. So what I'm going to do is lower the line. Just draw everybody into the middle of the pitch. See if that frees up a little bit of space wide. They haven't been that good. It's just that one 80-yard run by Ramsey to score. They haven't been that good. It's not a 5-0 thrashing at this point. Go on, we need to get stuck in. That worked last time. We've got no yellow cards. We need to be taking the ball off them. But not there. Oh, that would have been a good goal from 35 yards. Drop them a little bit of encouragement as we come to half-time. Digne does need to be looked after. So we'll tight mark him. He's quite brave. Dribbling isn't brilliant. I think what we'll do is right foot. And just try and take Digne out of the game. He's a bit of a menace. But I really want to get the ball to Tyler Morton. Because once again, he's the one who's playing well. Bit of a concern we're not winning the second balls. Which may mean that I might have to come up into a mid-block in the second half. Try and win those second balls. My goalkeeper is instructed to kick it long. I do not want them messing about here. They are not good enough to be doing that. But we're creating chances again. Go on. But that's like pass the ball to the goalkeeper stuff. But we're back in the game. We're back in it, and that's all we can ask. It's time for everyone to dig in. You weren't that bad. I mean, another point here will be funny. Maybe I'm going to go up to a mid-block. That worries me because they will get more space in the middle. But it seems to me they're playing down the flanks at the moment. We'll go into a mid-block and see if we can get some of these second balls. But it will obviously open up space for them in the middle. Nicely done, boys. Oh, who was that? That was Tyler Morton. Let's get some highlights going our way. They are pretty much down the flanks now. So space in the middle really isn't an issue at the moment. But keeping them from using the flanks is the issue. Well done. Take the ball off them. That's what we did in the first game. We just kept taking the ball off them. Go on, Sam. Go on. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get a goal here. Oh, Lord. We're back to normal. We're back to normal. Digne has gone off, which is good news. But again, we are the better team. We're just going to suffer another defeat being the better team. And that's something FM really has to look at. We can't be the better team every game and lose all the time. Sometimes we've got to be the worst team. And that's... I just had a feeling we were going to get really well beaten. Down the flanks. Oh boy. If we don't defend well enough down the flanks, we won't win. And the idea of the standard line is to stop them going behind there. I don't think the mid-block has worked particularly, so let's get back into our low block. Wes Burns is tired. It could end up as a thrashing here. But we beat them in the cup. I honestly think like the goalkeeper's been getting the blame. The whole defence is getting the blame. So it might be the line has to come up. Delap is back to his normal best. Oh, all these players are poor. Only Tyler Morton's had a good game. It's just tragic. Humphreys can have a rest. And Harness can come on for a game. Tragic. DK, I'm good. How are you? Good to see you here. I'm very good. I hope you had a really good Christmas. Come on, let's get one back. Let's at least show that we can score goals in the Premier League. We haven't scored a goal in the Prem for a long time. But we're deadly in the Cup. Oh boy, he's just rolled him. Oh, this is another nightmare. Are they trigger pressing too much? There's another goal from a set piece. I don't want to look at the stats, how many goals we've conceded from set pieces. I think probably 50% of the goals we've conceded have been from set pieces. Come on. Come on, boys. Where's the support? Nobody's there. They've just about shaded it. Just about shaded it. Where's my goalkeeper? The goalkeeper just stood there like a lemon. Of course it's a goal. They were all onside. This VAR stuff, they don't need to, FFN does not need to do this when it's clearly a goal. There's nothing wrong with what was going on there. I did say that we were going to get hammered in the second game. And it's going to get worse, is it? Oh boy, I don't think we're doing anything wrong. It's just the way the game's playing. We're not good enough as a squad. We are not good enough to play in this league. And to be where we are in the table is a miracle. And to be in the cup final is an absolute miracle. But it just goes to show your first season in the Prem is painful, but you can survive. And not just survive, but do okay. We've got one back. And George Hurst has finally got one back. And that'll be his 21st goal of the season. But it's not 2-1 anymore, it's 3-1. Unfortunately. Come on, win the ball. What's happening here, ref? Oh, it's another set-piece goal. Yeah, absolutely. Of course it's going to be a goal from a set-piece. Brandon Williams or Tyler Morton. He's had enough. Of course it's going to be a goal from a set piece. Why wouldn't it be? We are the worst team in the world when it comes to defending set pieces. I have no idea. This game is so funny. Oh, it hurts. Where are we now? Still in 12th. And we only have one game in hand now. We've been absolutely hammered, really. Diego Carlos needs to be tight marked. But it's too late for anything now. We might as well lose 6-1 now. Our league form is just crazy, and yet we can't lose in the cup. We'll probably lose in the final. We're not going to win the cup final. But just to get there it just seems really silly to me. Seems very silly. When we can't get a point in the league, we're terrible. It's like they don't care about the league. They only care about the cup, this team. They have no care in the world about the league or relegation or achieving as high as they can. They don't care. Maybe I'll have to play the youth team. They'll care. And just play this team in the cup final. Oh, it looks bad. Shout, demand more. You're not getting away with this. He's got the grumps. Very frustrated. So you should be. You've been absolutely dreadful. This is the team that beat them 4-0 last time. Same team. Can't hit a barn door to save their lives. It's okay, FM. We don't need a consolation goal. You can tell the referee to call it off now. You don't need to wind me up either with lots of misses. No, we don't need that. We'll just go to full time now. No, we don't need this, FM. I just told you we don't need lots of near misses to make us feel better. That's not needed. It's been near misses all through the season. We've got used to them. We don't need any more. We know how bad our forwards are. You don't need to show me. And yeah, we've had the match momentum for the last 30 minutes. Oh, why not hit the crossbar as well? Thanks, FM. And looking at the stats, we've been the better team again, interestingly. According to the stats, FM's got to stop doing this. If we're going to get well beat 4-1, we're not going to be the better team. It's nonsense. This boy, I don't know how he's managed to persuade people to give him a football kit. Him and Delap. I think they sent somebody else to their trial because they cannot play football. Ling is another one. Sent somebody else to the trial because they can't play. Yeah, and I actually agree with the assistant. We should have won that game. The stats were... We lost it 4-1, and I agree with the assistant. We should have won it. How bizarre is that? This is not going to get any better, is it? Chelsea next. Oh, what fun. What fun. So that is our other game. That'll be our other game in hand. And that's coming up quickly. And then Bournemouth, Newcastle and Crystal Palace. All teams we've got no chance. I don't even want to look at this. They're just good. They do have some weaknesses. Crossing is a weakness. Very poor chances from set pieces. So attacking set pieces is what we should focus on. Because they are poor from set pieces. But they're a good team. They're just a very good team. Tiki-taka. So higher line. Oh, I don't know what to do. I might just rotate the team. We'll see what the assistant says. I think it's probably wise to rotate the team. Otherwise I'm going to get absolutely hammered. Yeah, let's do it. He's put Ling in. Why not? He hasn't made a twit of himself for a long time. I refuse to play him. But the assistants decided to put him in. See how bad Ling is again. Oh, I want the season to end. I want a transfer window so we can get some better players. So what I will do when this is done I will upload the save to Google Drive, and then you guys can carry on if you want. You can see what you can make of this Ipswich team now that we've survived. Oh, and yeah, Salonic and my assistant was right with that team talk. We should have won that game. We were so dominant. And we lost 4-1. That's a setup. I said when we won the cup match that we were going to get hammered in the next one. That was a setup. So, nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. In fact, that we should probably be losing most of these games. We should never be in 12th. This is a terrible team. And we should never be in 12th. I'm going to play Fazzini. And I'm going to put him on a support duties. We're probably getting too far up the pitch. And we will play as we're playing. And that's it, really. We'd be lucky to get anything against Chelsea. I mean, this is a very weakened team. He's putting out there. A very weakened team. But I do think it's time to do some rotation. I think the time has come. And Burgess, Hartel, Brandon Williams, Garosabal. No, we don't need him to play. Brandon Williams is very tired, so Garosabal, Hurst, and then we have Jason and Diallo, and we need one more midfielder. Jack Taylor. Why not? It's a rotated team. Let's see if that works. You never know. Hey Joshua, I'm good. How are you doing? I think that in all fairness, Salonic, I think I'm right with FM needs to sort it out because we're losing games and the stats are saying we are the better team. And I think if we're going to be losing games, we've got to be the worst team. And the stats need to show that we are the worst team. But the stats are continually showing that we are the better team on the day, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And if we play this rotated team against Chelsea now and lose, and we play this first team in the final, who knows? Yeah, let's try this. Go out there and play with no pressure. Let's see what these boys can do. This is a good team, isn't it? I think I want to type mark him. Nicholas Jackson. Let's type mark the forward as well. Okay, let's go and see what happens with this painful game. I wonder if Delap managed to get any above a 6.2 today. You never know. I mean, who knows? This reserve team might actually go out there and beat them. Refuses to give a thing. He's just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. It's like him, Ling. Who are the others that came in on loan? Only Tyler Morton has proved to be worth anything. We're giving away a penalty now. Might as well. It's always a penalty. It's never no penalty. I don't even know why you do that. Because you never do a no penalty against me, only for me. Yeah, 1 down. But again, another set piece. Can teams score against us from open play? It's just always a set piece. I'm going to have a look at the stats for goals from set pieces conceded after this game. Because this is ridiculous. Well, this isn't working, is it? We're getting hammered. Oh, boys. I mean, if we could get the ball, it would be nice, but they're just passing it around in front of us. And waiting for the gaps. The only thing I can think of is to try and keep the ball ourselves. We haven't done bad possession-wise, but we're just not doing anything. Team shape is good for a change, but we're just not doing anything. We'll be patient. We're still in the game, and we're restricting Chelsea. Chelsea look exactly as they should, so the high line is the right thing to do. And we don't want to be engaging them in their own half. There's no point. Just let them play and engage them now. Lines are good, apart from this guy is a bit out of shape. Honest, but the lines generally are quite good. But they're too good for us. And it doesn't bode well for the final, does it? Oh boy. Samuel Ling has taken a knock. Let's replace him then with Diallo. My goalkeeper's not playing very well at the moment either. So we got Harness 6.5, Delap 6.5. Delap, just I worry about Delap because he can't do much at all. I wonder how he gets out of bed in the morning. It's like, I wonder, does he have to have help to get out of bed? He's just the worst player. That I mean, I've had a couple of bad ones. I remember Langstaff, who nearly made me cry in the end. But Delap, I think, is the worst player I've ever had in FM. He can't do anything. At least we've had a shot. But I've got to change something for the second half. It's not working. So I think Conor Gallagher is causing problems, but he is supposed to be tight marked. They've gone more to a wing play style. So let's pull the line down a little bit. And then make sure these boys are closing down a bit. Oh, we've got one back, but don't shout too loud because I think it's going to get worse. Is he going to give that offside now? No, it's awarded. So we have got one back. So this weak team has actually started to give Chelsea a game. So does that mean that... In fact, I'd rather lose this and Chelsea get a little bit complacent for the final. They are like so much more down the flanks. I'm going to say we haven't taken nearly enough shots. And then encourage them to take some shots. In danger of being booked, Sosa. So he needs to be told to calm down. As well as McKenna. So McKenna needs to come off tackle harder. Who is it in, nobody now. So Sosa needs to be told as soon as we get back out on the pitch. The rest, I don't know what to do about them. I want more. Ling again, 6.4. But he's come off, luckily. And then we have Sola. Sosa. And the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's a nightmare. Liam Delap. I'm not happy with you. Can we get a draw? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Anyone who thinks so is much more optimistic than I am. Although we did get back into the game, I'm concerned about why they are playing down the flanks. And they have had good fortune down the flanks, to be fair. And actually, this is showing it as it should now. We are not the better team today. So on a very rare occasion, it's saying, you're not the better team. So I need to tell Sosa. I need to have a look at Sosa. Where is Sosa? And have a look at his... Yeah, he's fired up. So I need to just tell him to calm down. And Ahmed Diallo has been booked. And Delap, I'm just going to try something. I'm going to tell him to shoot more often. Do you get the ball? Have a shot. Chelsea have seemed to have gone to sleep. They started the game really quickly, got 2-0 up, and they've just sat back on their laurels a bit. But they're nice passers of the ball, good passing team. Oh, nice own goal. Very nice. I'd have been pleased with that as an attacking goal. Oh boy, McKenna's got to come off then. He's having another nightmare today. It's been booked. He scored an own goal. And there you go. It's round the sides that they've got the goal. But I can only set up in the way that I set up. It's beyond me. Has McKenna gone down to, 6.3 now. I can only set up by what I see. Yeah, it is what it is. But we've got to remember, this is a really weakened team. I'll take my goalkeeper off because he's having a nightmare. Teach him a lesson. Burgess can come on for McKenna. And then Sosa has made a complete idiot of himself. I've got one more. Delap. 6.4. Let's get him off before it becomes a 6.2. What is the point of having him here? And every time, like my assistant says, we must pick Delap. Yeah, what for? Oh boy. He already is. There's nothing like more I can do about him. I'm going to close him down. Has he got... No. So there's nothing more I can do about Conor Gallagher. I'm going to pull a player out of position if I type specifically mark him. I would take one of my DMs right out of position. We've just been appalling. Appalling. But Chelsea might think, oh, it'll be an easy game in the final, and we're going to put a different team out in the final. That was a pretty decent save then. It managed to keep that free kick out. I thought it hit the bar. The goalkeeper, I thought I'd never get anywhere near that. Diallo, I've already told him to stop tackling. Come on, can we get a consolation here, boys? No. Chelsea are looking to get another one. It's possible. I'm getting fed up of Chelsea, Joshua. McKenna is drunk. I'm not quite sure what he's been doing today. And they're still focused down the flanks. They think that they can beat us down the flanks, and they are. And they're getting... It's another own goal. Marcus Harness own goal. Oh, come on, FM. Stop with all these 4-1s and 5-0s and stuff. We don't deserve that. I don't want to see it again. It's another set piece. It's ridiculous. Stop it. And where are we now in the table? Still 12th. But we've played as many games. Chelsea are only 2 places above us. But they look like a totally different team. They do. Oh, what a shambles. What an absolute shambles. Look at this. It's just the hardest thing to do is go to the Premier League from the Championship. It is just the hardest thing to do. And you just got to bite your lip and get on with it. Next season should be a little bit easier. You should finish around about maybe 9th or 10th in season 3. Maybe you could even get to 7th if you play the lines right, because you're going to bring in 3 or 4 very good players now. And that will strengthen the squad. And you're going to get rid of some of the dross that have come in this season. Oh boy, and are they dross. All those loanies can go back with my blessing. But it's funny how we look so different. Like, against Villa, 4-0 winners. Murdered them. Against Villa, we were the better team and then lost, 4-1? And now we're losing 4-1 again. It's just like, how can we be this bad all the time? Where we actually hammered Villa in the semi-final. Five. Another own goal. Would have been a hat-trick of own goals. 2 shots on goal and score 4. But maybe it's a good thing to get hammered in this one, because we'll have our first team out for the final. But I'm concerned that we're not getting any points. I'm far from pleased. I can tell them that was rubbish. If I could send Delap home, I would just send him home. Put him on the next bus. Three games to go. I mean, the good thing is we're safe. That's the good thing. Ling, I don't care how long he's injured for. If he comes near me, he won't be out for 3 days. He'll be out for another 3 weeks. What a disaster of a signing. There's like all of them. Solar, absolute disaster. Average rating 6.74. Ling, average rating 6.49. Delap, I don't know how he's got a 6.75, but he apparently has got 6 goals. I don't believe it. That must be in the cup. The other one, Tyler Morton, is the only one who's come in and done the business. I shouldn't have bothered with getting loan players in. Should have just left the squad as it is. 2-4-1 defeats in the league. And Bournemouth in a week's time. Yeah, I think we're safe, but I'm just... like, we should be picking up points here. And we got 1 point from 9. And what we're doing is not working, so I'm frustrated and I want to know why isn't it working. I don't think there's anything wrong with the lines. I'm going to go and have a look at the stats for goals conceded from set pieces. Defending, expected goals conceded from corners. Here we are. 8 goals conceded from corners. Conceded from free kicks. 1 from a direct free kick. 7 goals conceded. So 16 goals from set pieces. It's just not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. Has gained experience. Yeah. Go to the basement and hammer for Jack Daniels. I don't know what's happened to my goalkeeper. It's like he was pretty good at the beginning of the season. Where's he gone? I don't know why he's putting endurance in there. It's a bit silly. We have another injury, but he's only a youngster. 40 points does mean safe for sure. 1 good talent. And I don't think he's that good. I don't know where he's seeing good talent there. Oh, neither is he. Good Lord. It might be a tricky transfer window if that's what if that's what Helena is finding. Finances are good. Worst performing attacking team. I thought that might be us. Right, here we go. Bournemouth. Humphreys, what was that? Oh, Henry. I thought Humphreys has signed a new contract. So I'm not sure I want him to. What are they like? What are Bournemouth like? Wing play again. There'll be space on the... Got an attacking wing back here, an inverted wing back here who's coming in here. There'll be space on the left-hand side. So we're going to have a standard line. And we're going to focus play down the left. See if we can't take advantage of that space. And the first team can come back in. I don't know if McKenna is going to keep his place. I'm not quite sure about that. So let's get this first team back in. I might drop the goalkeeper. His current form is dreadful. 6 and a 6.2. I have to, so we'll drop the goalkeeper. And we will bring in the boys who should be in there. Howard Bellis. And I think Brandon Williams. God, it looks bad, doesn't it? And then... where is he? Tyler Morton and Humphreys. Wes Burns. Ryan Gould. And sorry, Delap, you ain't getting anywhere near it. Firpo and Timon. Well, these are just two left backs, aren't they? Sola can come on for Firpo. Burgess or Wolfenden. Hartel. Frazzini. Diallo, Jason and Delap. Chaplin comes in for Harness. Diallo can play left and right. Jason can play as the centre mid. Delap up front. There we go. So let's bring back the first team. Morale is poor. Well, we've kept it as good as we can. We need to get a win. If we can get one more win, that's all we need. It'd be just like, that's it. Then the remaining games will not matter anymore. And Bournemouth are a very bad team. And I think, are we at home? Yeah, so let's play positive. We'll keep our low block. We'll keep the system, but we'll play positive. So this is a big game. If we can actually beat Bournemouth, we will go to 45, and the last two games will be irrelevant. Be totally irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether Ling is fit or not. Right. He wants to make tons of changes. No, I want to play positive. He wants to push higher up. I'll bear that in mind if things go wrong. And that's probably my best team that I can put out. Which goes to show how bad we are. I don't know what we're doing in the cup final, to be honest. We're all sick and tired. I am, anyway. I hope you guys are as well. Let's get out there. And let's take them on. Cool, blimey. Because I would rather do Lewis Cook, I think. Has he got a long shot? No. I want to type mark Lewis Cook. And they've got Solanke. Solanke always scores against me and FM. Right, come on. Can we have one win? Come on, boys. Yeah, the 22 million, or is it 22 or 24 million price tag on him puts me off a little bit. That's going to be our entire budget for next season, or not far off. And you'd have to sell 3 or 4 players to be able to bring him in. This is not working to begin with. It's all Bournemouth at the moment. Maybe my assistant is right. We got to push higher up, because they're taking us apart at the moment. So let's go and do that. Let's go to a mid-block. And let's push up a bit. It's a little bit imbalanced, but we'll see how that kind of works out. Come on, boys. Just a little win. Nice little 1-0 will be lovely. Oh, we've hit the post. Unbelievable. Oh, come on, FM. Please. Just one win. Would you mind? Come on. We're playing well again. Oh, no way. No way. Come on, FM. Just play fair. If we're going to dominate teams, we need to score a goal or two and beat them. Once in a while. That would be nice. Oh, boy. Go on, take the ball off them. Go on, Sam. Oh, please, FM. Go on, 1-0 win, and I'll love you forever. That's not going in either. Tyler Morton, I think he probably is very worth buying. But we just not can have the money for him, unfortunately. I mean, unless you're willing to spend the whole budget on him, and you've still got these other dipsticks in the team then. Or the spine of this team needs a total revamp. So there's 4 players from central defender through striker that needs a total revamp. We've got to go. Thank you, FM. Oh, boy, I'm going to praise them here. Let's get... Good job, boys. Good job. And maybe pushing up to a mid-block is the right thing to do. Get in. Yes, Joshua, get in. Oh, boy. What a game this is. I did say I would love you forever if you allowed me a 1-0 win sometime. Bournemouth, I mean, I did sell Lewis Cook. Is their best player at the moment. I did target him, but my assistant didn't say about him. But I think I did type mark him in the end, Lewis Cook. Now they're spreading out a little bit, and now is the time to just push my line up a little bit. If they're going to spread out. And watch the corners of the penalty area. They will use the corners of the penalty area. And that's where you need your full-backs then to be closing down a bit more. There you go. They're using these corners. So they're not playing wing play, which is really interesting. Now they're spreading all out across the pitch. Did I actually do that? Yeah. Oh, what is that? You donkey. But at least he ran back. Come on, make it 2. Go on, let's have a win here, boys. Let's not draw. Let's have a win. And close down this part of the game. Because the last 2 games will not matter. If you get a win here, we'll be 5 points clear of Bournemouth. We will be safe around 13th. And that will be a phenomenal season you've had then. And come on, boys. Come on. So some effort here. Bit of concentration. Oh, I live every minute of this Ipswich team. I'm glad it's not real life. No, almost. Oh, boy. Well, again, we have been the better team, but Bournemouth's XG is better than ours. And just out of spite, Brighton are beating Norwich, hammering them, because Brighton are very close to us. And that's where you need your fullbacks to be closing down, and he didn't do that. So maybe the left one needs to close down even more. You've got to shut that corner of the penalty area off. Yeah, we got to the final. We thrashed Villa. And too many corners, boys, because they're going to score from one in a minute. Far too many corners. We're rubbish, remember, at set pieces. But we're all right. It's close, but their XG is better than ours. Am I still telling them to work the ball into the box? I'm going to take focus play off down the left because I don't think it's working too well. And they're definitely playing across the whole of the pitch. So the higher line is the right thing to do, I think, at the moment. Because that has reduced very lately. So I do need to look that they're not getting behind us like this. Now it's still the corners of the penalty area. So they're playing almost like they're playing in a control possession or gegenpress. We just need to just counter-attack. Oh, these boys are funny. We got to half-time 1-0 up. I said I would love you forever, FM, if you gave me a 1-0 win. I just will. You're doing well. Keep working hard. Who's not doing well? Anybody? The goalkeeper's on a 7.8. Luckily, I swapped the goalkeeper. I'm going to go balanced. Is the mid-block the right thing to do? I think so, but I'm going to just pull the line back a little bit. I'm concerned. Concerned manager. They have got some good players, though, fair play, and we've got absolute rubbish players. So, in all fairness, I wonder why they are so low in the table. Well done, Brandon Williams. And that's good, because I've told him to close down more. And he stopped it getting to the corner here. So that was a good thing. But I don't know if he can sustain that. What is he doing? Oh, boy. Pick up this second ball. Nicely done. Come on, give us a win, FM. I think we deserve one. We deserve a win. Will you play it today? Yeah, we're going through the season today. We've hit the crossbar again. Oh, no. And then they'll get a set piece and equalise, and we're going to have to go through the last two games tortuously. Come on, boys. We got this. We're set up to win this, so win it. Oh, it's terrible. Who is that? Take the ball off them. Take the ball off them. Oh, boy. I did say 1-0, and I will love it forever. If we draw or lose, I'm going to hate FM forever. How would you instruct fullbacks to focus on the corner areas? They need to close down. You've got to get them to close down more. Because what you find is a lot of shots rain in from the corners and little dink crosses. Somebody's got to close those down. So the nearest people to that is the fullbacks. And we saw Brandon Williams actually just now. He prevented it going into that corner area. He closed down and managed to get to the ball first. Of course, the risk is if you get them to close down more, then they will just go past you. That's the risk that you take. And let's make some changes because I'm not too happy at the moment with this team, especially up front. And they're all tired. Ryan Gould is just not playing very well at the moment. So Diallo can come on there. And Diallo actually plays exactly like he does in real life. He just loses the ball. He just dribbles and loses the ball. He doesn't pass, which is exactly like him in real life. Jason can come on in here. And Brandon Williams is tired. Come on, boys. I don't know why they're tired, because they don't play as many games as anybody else, and they're not like pressing. They're just like sitting back and allowing teams to come at them. I don't know why they're getting tired. And again, you can see it's all around this corner of the area, and they've got to close that down. So you might want to look at the wingers. So we might want to look at these wingers. And he's tight marked already. So the other one, we might want to close him down. And hard tackle him. So what you're trying to do is to stop them having loads of space right here. Because they look like they're playing narrow. The winger's in here, so they're playing very narrow. And I'm asking my fullbacks to close down here. So Kirkes probably, because he's playing high up, he probably needs closing down. Just stop them using where they want to go. So this ball will come out, and it'll be here. Here is where they aim it. But we can catch him on the break. Can we go on, Ahmad? Go on, son. Oh, we've missed again. Come on, FM. Surely we are not this bad. Oh, boy. Sinistera is playing well. But not well enough. Solanke is playing well, but not well enough to warrant them getting back in the game. Tyler Morton, well, my best player, is absolutely knackered now. And who's the other one that needs to go? We just got a Hurst is knackered. I've got to play Delap. Go on, Delap. Show us what you can do. Let's get a 6.2, Delap. You can do it. They are Joshua. Man United in real life are probably must be thinking another defeat will be in a relegation battle. Oh, what a good save. This goalkeeper might actually keep his place. So I'm wondering about this. Oh, I thought there was another goal from... so I'm going to push the line up, because that will help me to deal with the corners of the penalty area. Now that I'm sure that's where they're playing, it'll help to close that space on the corners of the area. And I don't want to worry too much about their pace, because they'll be tired now. And my light's gone out again. Come on, goal from a set piece. We don't get many of these. Come on, we don't get many goals. Not to be. Go on, Ahmad, go on. He plays exactly like he plays for Man United. He'll dribble now, and then he'll lose the ball. No, didn't lose the ball. Come on, boys, come on. I think I'm going to take this off, because we just seem to be farting about around the edge of the box. Instead of taking a shot, we're just farting around the edge of the box. Come on, FM, I said, give me a 1-0 win. I will love you forever. If you let them back into the game, I'm going to hate you forever. And now they've gone totally down the flanks, which is really interesting. So I can't afford to let them get behind me, because that's how so many late goals are scored. Come on, it's just a minute, FM. Do not do this. There's a highlight for Bournemouth right at the end. We've cleared it so far, and this is where they're attacking from. Well done, boys. Well done. No, don't put it in that area, Ahmad. What are you doing? Come on, referee. It's full time. We're going to get a win. We're going to get 3 points. 3 points. Yes. Oh, boy. Tyler Morton's goal has given us 3 points. I'll take that, even though we were rubbish. Oh, boy. And that does mean now Bournemouth are going to really struggle to catch us. One more win will guarantee us being in 12th, I think. And if you'd have said we'd finish in 12th at the beginning of the season, I'd have bitten your hand off for it. But we've got Newcastle and Crystal Palace. Yeah, goalkeeper was outstanding. So he has to keep playing, I think. At least until he makes a twit of himself. And now it's 8 days to Newcastle. There's a little international break here, is there? So it will be very hard for Forest, Crystal Palace. We've got to play Palace. But if they lose their game coming up, the 12th is realistic. I know, absolutely. They would just let it run out of play. But they back-heel it or something and give it back to the opposition. Oh, boy. I will take this as a season. I'm not wondering how many games we have won. We've won 12 games and drawn 9. So I would take that as a first season. And got to the cup final. Let's not forget the cup final. In all this nonsense, we've managed to get there to Wembley as well. And I don't know how we've done that. So I think another point, and 12th or 13th it will be. And the board will be very happy with that. And should give us a nice little bit of money. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't... and he's not going to like that. Yeah. But it's always worth a try. Talk to him about the competition. There's a lot of competition. Yeah. Good. Let's not have an injury either. Can become a top player. Not in my book, he can't. He's 16 years old. He's probably not that bad. Scott McKenna. No, he's not been that good. It's not too big a deal, that. I'd like him to be fit, but unfortunately he's not. But it's not that big a deal. Brandon Williams can play there. Anything in there worth looking at? 3.1 million for that Brazilian. He's a goalkeeper again. 7.4 for Zabelli. Interesting player, but he can't tackle. He's no good to me. Good player, but can't tackle. Another one who can't mark and tackle. Could be a useful player. Arthur Gomez. Not good enough. Not good enough. Newcastle. Let's have a look at them then. Probably an excellent team. Oh, no pace. That's interesting. No pace or acceleration. Extremely good at set pieces. Yeah, we don't want to be getting stuck in against them. I'm going to take that off. I'm actually going to take that off. Stop us dilly-dallying. And I'm not sure why it's shorter. It shouldn't be shorter passing. So maybe the forwards will just take a shot rather than just keep looking for another pass, which I've noticed that they were doing. Data hub. Wing play. A 4-3-3 or a 5-2-3. 5-2-3 is unlikely to be wing play. But it might be. It might be that they're just using the wing backs as... Just one more look at that. Through balls, not crosses. So it depends on how they line up, really. But I think I'm going to start with a standard line. To protect us from through balls as well as crosses. And George Hurst, who's got the nod for the rest of the season. I'm not going to be playing Delap, but he's had his chance. He's had his chance. Castile's back in, no. Sola could play as the right back, but Williams is just as capable. And Timon can fill in there. Garoshabel doesn't need to be there now. Firpo can come onto the bench. Harwood Bellis has played well recently. I'd like to rest McKenna, but I don't trust the other boys. I'm going to give Frassini a game. The rest of them have just been like twits. Gould is out of form. Gould is not good at the moment. But I wonder if taking that, work the ball into the box. Did you notice in that last game that when we were getting near the penalty area, there were just like 3 or 4 passes going on across the penalty area? Let's try not doing that. And let's just tell them, if you see the goal, have a go. We have dropped down because Forest won. It's a bit of a shame, but did Bournemouth play? Bournemouth beat Manchester City as well. So the pressure's on. Some strange results there. Maybe it's just not, the game's just not happy with me in 12th. Just needs to push me down another couple of places. Some very strange results there. But I know that we can't buy a win at the moment. I had to promise Love Forever for the game to actually get that win. I don't want to be positive, but I do want to be balanced. And otherwise there's no point in having these attacking players. That'll do for the team. I think what I might do is speed up to key highlights. I know I'll lose control of the game, but I don't seem to be having any control over it anyway at the moment. So this team is just not good enough. And then we'll get to the cup final quicker. Let's go and see what the assistant says. So it's Gumarez, is it? Well, the fluke win here would be very nice, FM, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, come on. Don't dilly-dally. Straight down the middle. So we're going to look at, is this wing play or is it not wing play? Because 5-3-2 wing play wouldn't make much sense. Oh, let's go to key highlights. I think this is going to be painful. I think they're probably going to be too good for us. I'll try and interpret from what I see, but I don't think I'm going to have much joy. Oh, I knew this match was going to be painful. So it is going to go down to the last game of the season. Oh, FM, you're so predictable. Are we going to get the point or 2 points we need, because our goal difference is so bad. Are we going to get the point that we need? So it definitely needs to be a higher line. As they're playing across the pitch. Oh, suddenly it's changed to wing play. So maybe standard line was the right thing to do, but it wasn't working anyway. I'm actually going to push them up. Just push up to a mid block. Come back to a standard line. And then that hopefully... Oh no, that's us, isn't it? That's what we're playing. I think this needs a higher line. It's more across the pitch than wing play. But nobody's actually done anything really. It's pretty much a nothing game. 3 shots in the whole game so far. And they're just passing it around and we're not doing anything. And again, it's from the corner. That's if they're playing across the field, that's where they're going to do it from these corners. And you'll always see that. It's because the wingers are cutting in. And even if you tell your fullbacks to force them outside, it doesn't work. I mean, we can go and do that. And we'll see then it doesn't work. So we want these boys. So I want him on his left foot. And he should be on his right foot. That's to try and force them not to use that corner, but to push them further wide. It doesn't seem to work. It's quite weird. But we're not going to get any points out of this game, so why not? Speculative, but the Newcastle defence stopped running, but once again, can't hit a barn door if it falls on them. Come on, ref. Can we have a penalty? Would it be okay? I don't think we've had a penalty this season. Would that be all right? FM? You know, just something to keep me interested in playing the game. Something would be nice. I know it's Newcastle. And I know we're rubbish, but just keep me interested. Oh, I don't know. And the game's just been loaded because it will not allow my 2-0 now. Because it won't allow. And you can see exactly where that came from. So having them forced outside, it just does not work. It just doesn't work. And it should work, but it doesn't. So don't do it. So just take that off. Harvey Barnes was... Well, I take that off as well. So just don't do it. It's pointless. I wonder, should I experiment and go attacking? See if that makes a difference. Push up, press, go attacking. See if they get shocked. But at the moment, we're just going to get pasted. And the goalkeeper's having a bad game now. So I should have put the other goalkeeper back in. I can't win. Isak, 2 assists. How's Isak got 2 assists and 1 goal and they're 2-0 up? How does that work? He assisted his own goal. You're doing well, my assistant says. I'm going to say you were terrible. You're doing well. Look at these. 6.3, 6.3, 6.3. Why is he telling them they're doing well? 6.5, 6.5. The defence is doing all right. 6.5 for the goalkeeper. You've not been good enough. And I keep saying that. You are not good enough. So I'm going to experiment here. And go positive. We're going to put the centre mid on attack. We've got nothing to lose. I might as well have a 7-0 spanking as anything else. We won't counter press, but we won't regroup. We'll counter up the trigger press, push up, and just try something different. Why not? See if we can't catch them out. But we'll probably get spanked 5-0 now, but it doesn't matter. Is this going to be a genius move? Is it going to be an absolute genius move? Is it just that whatever we're doing has stopped working? I don't know. I can't work this game out anymore. My brain is dead now. It's just bizarre. Straight back into it. Oh, bonkers, bonkers. So where are we in the table? 13th now. Get another goal, we'll go back above Forest to 12th. But I can't see that happening, to be fair. I still don't want those players. I don't want them closing down too much. Come on, try and get them to make a mistake. Push right high up against them. It's only Newcastle. Come on, boys. That's it. You forced them back. It's well done. But it's too easy to play around. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players who are not defending. And that's the danger. But if we can turn the ball over, if we can turn the ball over when they attack, then they've got 7 players who have gone missing, and we've still got 6 up there. So it's all balance of risk, I guess. I still don't know how... Oh, no, there's 1 key pass and 2 assists. Isn't one of the assists a key pass, then? I don't know. It's a strange game, this. Okay, let's get rid of some of this dross. Connor Chaplin. Jason can come in there. Ryan Gould. He's been an absolute nightmare. Diallo. Actually, let's switch those over. Let's try Diallo. He did well last time. Fazzini, might as well not have bought him. Not Hartel, Humphreys. And the goalkeeper, Wes Burns, also. Let's just leave it at that. Demand more. I knew it was going to be hard. And it looks like a 14th place finish. Unless we can beat Crystal Palace. If we beat Crystal Palace, we'll be alright. But if we can't beat Crystal Palace, it's going to be 14th. And that's exactly where I said that we probably, if we go back to episode 1 of this season, whatever episode that is, I said we'll probably finish in 14th. And that is exactly where we're going to finish. FM is far too predictable. And Newcastle's 41-43. They're focusing down my left-hand side. But all the highlights are on the right. So I can't really tell what's going on here. They're more dangerous from the right. But focusing down my left. Oh, nice pass. Can we get on the end of it? No. We're still in the game. Still only 2-1. And we're still, like, attacking. Go on, Burnsy. He's done it. It's 2-2. We're back in the game. And 1 point here will take us back to 12th. Just like, okay, we're going to lose this game. Let's go and attack. And now it's 2-2. Oh, I've got to watch this very tired players in midfield. Wes Burns is tired, but he's playing well, so don't take him off. What's happened to Diallo? I just brought him on. And he's gone. He's only been on for 10 minutes and he's absolutely exhausted. Has he been injured? It doesn't look like it. Oh, this is crazy. Tyler Morton's gone. Well, I'll have to take Diallo off them. But I don't have anyone to replace him now. Burns, can he play on the left? No. You're going to have to go on Diallo even if you're hurt. I don't care if you've broken your leg. I don't like you anyway. You're one of these loanies who have done nothing. Come on, boys, we can still win this. Have courage. Tonali. Bit of courage, boys, and you can go on and win this. It's only Wes Burns, but I don't have anybody I can bring on for him. Diallo's recovered. Don't know what the matter with him was. And Sola. Not Sola, Firpo. For Timon. Come on, boys. Come on. I think we're going to get a draw here, are we? No, we're not. No, we're not. But we've got the ball. Come on, keep the ball. Come on. Forward, forward, fast. Quicker, quicker. Oh, Burns, what are you doing? Hero to villain. Whenever your right winger gives the ball away, it's always a dangerous situation. FM need to fix that one as well. Here it is. Oof, well done. Go on, Humphreys. You're fresh. You're fit. Go on. Don't stop. Go on, son. Go on, you're in. There's a chance coming here. What was that? There were two players inside him. I suppose it's my fault because I said, like, shoot on sight. Oh, boy. I got to take the blame for that, but I think having that off has actually done us better than what we've been doing. We're going to get a draw here away at Newcastle. I still don't believe it. Still don't believe it. And McKenna should not be marking, I don't think, Isak. because he's now missing at the back. Go on, go on. We're attacking still. I haven't said close the game off. We're still attacking. Oh, there's the goal. Ah, boy. Lovely, FM. You know how to entice people to play the game. Lovely. After coming back from 2-2. You know how to make people happy, FM. Oh. Okay, after you've done that to me, I'm going to hate you forever, not love you forever. I don't care about that 1-0 win now. After you've done that, that's shocking. And probably once again, the stats will say we've been the better team. Yeah, no own goals going on there, I notice. Yeah, the stats will say we've been the better team, I guess. And you've done it again. Yeah, whatever. It's not far off being the better team. Okay, thank God we have got to the last game of the season. We're now in 13th. We're going to finish in 14th, which is exactly where I said we would at the start of the season. So the job is done. I mean, survival is what it's about. Except for a goal bonus, I'd ask him to pay us. We're going to play Crystal Palace. We can still finish in 13th or 12th if we beat Palace. But I can't see it, to be honest. They're not a very good team. In fact, they're about the same as us. So it's just down to the computer, this. I'll set the lines up as I should. Control possession, yeah. They're not that good. So we'll set the lines up. High line. And it's up to the software now. Transfer of Jambang to Twengweth. Okay. Ling injured, but not for long enough. I'd have preferred that he was injured until he goes back to his parent club. And then we have to play the cup final after this. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. And then it's Chelsea. That'd be really funny if we win the cup final. Won't that be really funny? I don't think we will. We've already seen. Okay, you're having a laugh. You want me to play Ling? I think you need to be sacked. And you want to play Wolfenden as a fullback. You don't need to be sacked. We'll play the same team. Humphreys, though, gets his place back. None of those are good enough. In fact, none of these are good enough. We still got the other fullback. Now he can come back into there. Williams can come back into there. And Timon can come back on the bench. Castiles definitely will play now. We need to get him match fit for the final. And then we'll just close our eyes and see what happens here. But every team who's been below us, we've been beaten by. So I'm not optimistic. 14th is where we're going to finish. Yeah, if we lose Hurst, we lose him. He's not good enough. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. And then we will go with this team. They're all happy. I'm just wondering, am I setting out with the passing wrong? It shouldn't be. Passing shouldn't be wrong. But yet, no, it's right. Let's go to the opposition as a, and let's, our home form is important. They think they're already on holiday. I'm not on holiday yet. And you've got a cup final to play, so go out there and win this one. But it's really hard to do this in key highlights. I can't see actually anything there yet. That's because they're black. Crystal Palace are in black. It's definitely wing play. So it is not control possession. That's not what I'm seeing. Oh, what are you going to do with this one then, FM? You're going to give me a win? 80-20 down the flanks. No, you're not going to give me a win, are you? So I'll have to go push up and be attacking again. Hi, Tequila. How are you doing? I didn't see it was you that wrote that message. Right, we're not going to let Palace do that. So we're not going to regroup. And we're going to push up again. Up the trigger press. Don't think there's much point in... Got to do something different because this is pathetic. Kind of worked against Newcastle. Every team that's been below us we've lost to, so it doesn't really matter. The result's already done. If I could go faster than this, I would. It's already in key highlights. There should be an option just to show the goals only. It's too easy for Palace. They look like a very good team. Or we look like a very bad team. Oh no, not another penalty. Why don't you ever give me a penalty? This is so stupid, FM. I haven't had one all season, but you keep giving penalties to the opposition. It's so stupid. Ah, brilliant. Brilliant. Let's go positive. I've just got so fed up of it now. I don't want to see it again. Game's cheating, and that's the end of it. So when you give me a penalty, I'll start believing this game is like a simulation. Hey, Cheeky Burgerstein, how are you doing, my friend? 2-0, almost. Don't think it matters what I do in this game. It's already, let's try something different then. It doesn't matter what I do. Let's just pull the line back, stop those crosses. I don't think it matters at all what I do. It's already decided I'm finishing in 14th. And that's fine. And then we've got a hammering in the cup final to look forward to. Because this lot are dreadful. And I think Liam Delap, as a forward in FM, has been the worst ever player I've seen in FM. And I don't know why the game has done that to me, because he's not a bad player in FM. But he's probably the worst forward I've ever seen in FM. And they're all just as bad as each other. These loans, 3 loans, none of them has been able to get over a 6.4 in a game. Apart from Tyler Morton, who's done quite well. The other 3. When is FM25 going to come out? When they're ready, I guess. They've given us no information. Whenever they're ready to bring it out, they'll do it. I'm going to actually get really, really nasty with them. Where's Burns again? Absolutely dreadful. Brandon Williams, 6.3. I'm going to say I'm really quite angry. Get on with it. Couldn't hit a barn door from like a yard. Dreadful. Another miss. How many misses have we had this season? I think we must be the worst goal-scoring team in the league. Nobody surely could have done any worse than this. They are definitely playing wing play, so they were not playing control possession. And they've got us pushed right back. We're not doing enough to push them high up the pitch. So I want them to counter press now. You're going to have to work for your corn. Look at this, 6.3. Makes me want to cry, how bad. George Hurst now, 6.4. Delap. Oh, he's injured for the cup final, is he? Wonderful. Morton. I don't want him on there on a yellow card. He'll get banned for the final. Yeah, I do. Cheeky. We're going to be in a relegation battle very, very soon, United. I mean, United are just as frustrating as this team. In fact, marginally worse than this Ipswich team. Oh, we're back in it, are we? Maybe because I absolutely laid into them at half-time. Maybe. I plan to, but I think I'm going to run out of time. I'm going on holiday in 5 weeks. So if Newcastle don't win the Champions League, then I've got one more season to do with Newcastle. If they do win the Champions League, then that is next on the list, the Man United rebuild. I'm going to Vietnam and the Philippines. I'm going to visit my dear friends out there. Have I got any subs left? Yes, I have. Just keep an eye on who's needs to come off now. Well, this bunch are playing a bit better. than the bunch that I sent off for an early bath. Good to see Olise injured. But you've got to close down better than that. It doesn't matter if he's injured or not. Oh, come on. 2 highlights, 2 goals. This is FM, isn't it? We can't hit a barn door if it falls on us. I don't want to see it again. So where are we going to finish? 13th at the moment, not 4th, on goal difference. So Palace must be losing as well. Let's berate them. And then I've got to make 2 changes. Jason for Chaplin and Ryan Gould is finished. But there's nothing I can do about him. I could put Diallo over there. And Sola there. Oh, can't do that. Oh, well. At the end of the day, we won 12 games. 13 games. I am in such a bad mood, but I'm trying not to show it. It's just the game being the game. And this is the hardest thing that a beginner will ever come across. And you just have to do what I'm doing. Fold your arms and put up with it. Because the game is going to load itself against you. And the worst thing is that half the time we are the better team and we keep losing. We lost to Villa 4-1 when we were so dominant in that game that it didn't make sense. But the game is going to do this to you. And you just got to fold your arms and just, that's it. There's nothing I can do. The odd thing about this is that the game tries to make you happy because it's given me a cup final. This team should be nowhere near the cup final. And it's just a silly thing. And we're going to get hammered in the cup final. And it just doesn't make any sense why he even did that in the first place. Apart from, oh, well, let's keep him happy. Let's put him in the final. Yeah, sometimes it's dumb. So 6 days, they don't need a rest. And we can't win a football match. I don't know. The games we've won are against teams we should never be getting anywhere near. We beat Manchester United 3-0. And then we can't go and beat Crystal Palace or Brentford or the teams below us. It's just nuts. So you just have to accept what it's going to do. For a beginner, this is going to be the hardest thing you ever do. But you just got to get through it. And I'm surprised they haven't come up with any budgets yet. Because next year will be a bit easier because you can bring in some good players now. And it will be a little bit easier. Do I play in real life? I'm too old to play. But I did play as a schoolboy a long time ago. A little bit old to be playing now. I played in Indonesia. I played futsal until I was 55. And then I had to give it up. My knees couldn't take it. So yeah, I did a little bit later on. You're not having that. We are not putting Delap in the cup final. But we are going to watch the cup final in extended. Hold a team meeting. no expectation at all on you to win this. I'm really surprised they haven't set the budgets. Are they waiting to see if we win the cup final before they set the budgets? Are they that daft? Well, we have to play the best team available to us. And forget about the Delaps of this world, who's just done my head in. Soon as I can get him out the door, the better. So who is in the team? Who's on the bench? Diallo's cup tied. God blimey, I don't have much choice, do I? So Jason plays on the wing or attack. It's an attack in midfield left I need. So it'll have to be Ling. The worst player I've ever signed, apart from Delap, is average rating 6.49. Chelsea, higher line. I think Chelsea play wing play, don't they? Allegedly. Data hub. No, it's a tiki-taka. So we have to have our wing backs close down more. And we have to have a higher line. Yeah. No, we're not. He loves, my assistant manager loves Delap. Absolutely loves Delap. Okay, here we go then. I have no idea, Oleg. Absolutely no idea. But then Villa went and beat us 4-1 in the next game. The game doesn't make any sense to me. And when they beat us 4-1, we were much the better team. You've got nothing to lose, boys. Go out there, enjoy the occasion. And let's go and have a look at this. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo. That'll have to do. Come on, boys. Are you going to send me off after this with a smile on my face? Or is it just a complete waste of time, this cup run? More likely to be a complete waste of time. Because this season has been a complete waste of time. Vertical tiki-taka. They are really attacking my right-hand side. There's no highlights. The low block is obviously holding. They haven't had a shot yet, which is surprising. No, they have. But there is a big, big attacking on the left, on my right-hand side. We'll be in Europe. Yeah, that's true, Oleg. Which is why this cannot happen. Again, you see where they're attacking from? It's the corners of the penalty area, and this is so vertical tiki-taka. It's narrow. And that was good by Williams because he jumped in, he closed it down. So that was good. But it's if you can work out how to beat the tactic, you can beat the team. The line's holding, the low block is holding, but there's just a lot more highlights now. And they're passing it around. We're going to be under pressure. I'm looking for players who are just getting out of shape by trigger pressing and then being out of position, but it's not happening at the moment. They're trigger pressing, but they're not out of shape. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Lukaku is still at Chelsea, is he? There's nothing I can do about that. It's just... He went away. McKenna moved away from him, trying to stay in shape. Nothing I can do about that. They are the better team. They're going to win. We'll have to just try and stay in the game, which we are doing. We've kept them to 3 shots. But we've created very little ourselves. Don't be afraid to have a shot, boys. I mean, then this is exactly how I would see. We've just got beaten by that one piece of Lukaku strength. Well, there's a lot of individuals who are absolutely... Look at them. Probably because we're not getting the ball to them. But he's got no excuse. It might be that I'll just have to go attacking later on. All that cup run was just a waste of time. It's just like, it's the game. Just, oh, let's make him happy. Let's get him to the cup final. But of course you can't win this because they'd be in the Europa League. And the game's never going to do that. And we wouldn't have the money to go into the Europa League. So it's all... Oh, here he is again. It's all a waste of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push up to a mid-block. And I'm going to counter-press, trigger press a little bit more. We got to take some chances. There's really nothing in it in terms of the stats. We're just not good enough. That's the problem. There he is, Tyler Morton. And now I don't know what to do. We'll take it to penalties. We don't have any penalty takers. Do I... Was it? Yeah, okay, let's do that. Just like... I don't have any penalty takers. And we haven't had a penalty all season. So I have no idea who to put taking penalties. That's a penalty, ref. Is it the last game of the season that we're going to get our first penalty? What a game this is. I think it's a penalty, referee. Yes, finally. But unfortunately, my players don't know what to do now. We've not had a penalty before. Come on, Hurst, don't let me down. It's 2-1. Oh, boy. No, I have no idea what I should do. Get the bus out? Like, do I go back into this low block now where they only had 3 shots, but they look deadly? And at the moment we are attacking them. If I go back into the bus, they will... I don't know what to do. It's like dreadful. I think I have to go back into the low block. Is Lukaku again? It's... Oh, boy. Are they being wasteful? I think I should go back into the low block. I'm going to keep the trigger press, though. I'm going to take the regroup off. Shoot on sight can stay. Just have a go, boys. Because at the moment, we are the better team. Which is always the case. Get back into that low block. And the higher line should keep that vertical tiki-taka out. If we get it right, let's make some changes because some of these boys are dreadful. Hurst is dying. So Delap is going to have to play. Ryan Gould, I don't know what's wrong with him. Ling will come on. Chaplin has been poor as well. Jason for Burns. Brandon Williams. Josh Tyman for Brandon Williams. Let's go, boys. Let's go 2-1. There's just 20 minutes left, which is way too much time. They could be in Europe. This would be bonkers. And I'm still looking at their focus. Oh, not a set piece. Oh, no. Oh, no. Set piece again. Maybe I shouldn't have gone into the low block because they were dangerous in the low block. And I guess that was really silly. We'll go back. We'll counter press now. That was a really silly move. Yeah, Blake was right. Vangelis was right. The mid block was working. The low block wasn't. It was my fault because we were 1-0 down playing the low block. The mid block was working, and I've cost us the cup. We've still been the better team. Stats are saying we are the better team. Once again. Goals are not. Oh, come on, boys. Who was that? That was the opportunity. Well, we gave Chelsea a fright, but I think they're going to score the winner in a minute. Will it go to extra time is the thing. Because now I have Connor Chaplin on his last legs. Fassini. Yeah, another Delap piece of glory. If Hurst hadn't been like on his last legs, I'd have kept him on, but it's pointless keeping him on. Oh, here's the goal, is it? Now Sterling doesn't score many. Ling might as well not be there. Will it go to extra time first or a penalty straight away? And we've still, according to XG, been the better team. So Nkunku and Sterling. Already. Sterling, where's he playing? Left wing. And Nkunku is on the right wing. Got to stop the ball getting to them. But I don't know who's getting it to them. I know what we'll do. Just tight mark, specifically tight mark them. This game is nuts, isn't it? Oh, is this it? Offside. He was offside there. Come on, boys. One last effort. One last push. Suddenly, with the mid-block, we've had 7 attempts. With the low block, we had nothing. It's extra time, is it? I think we've been the better team. You weren't that bad. Delap. Is he going to be the boy who wins the cup? Delap. That'll be funny. I've got one more substitution I can make, haven't I? Humphreys is playing marginally better than Timon. Timon has already been substituted on. Morton is playing better than Humphreys. Garosibel is very tired. I think we have to look after the fullbacks. Gould has already gone off. Castiles. I can't do individuals now, can I? No, I've said all I'm allowed to say. Oh well, let's go and see what happens. Oh, goodness sake. Fofana, that is a centre-back, isn't it? Come on, somebody do something. Is it going to be Delap? He was fouled there, referee. It's a red card. Is it going to be Delap's day after all that? Nkunku, I really can't do anything about. Sterling, we've stopped, but Nkunku just keeps going. Even though we're marking him, what are we not doing? What am I not doing with him? Weaker foot. He doesn't have one, does he? But he's playing on the right, so I'm going to force him out right onto his right foot. Force him to cross. Try and get him out here, not on the corner of the box. Oh, is it penalties? Or I think Chelsea are going to score. They're just going to be too strong for us. The referee, as I thought he'd given a penalty there. I wonder if I should tell them to get stuck in. Just maybe surprise them. We don't have any yellow cards. But telling tired players to get stuck in is dangerous. Jackson. I thought Jackson was playing from the start. It looks like he's just come on. We've got to change something. Because we're just getting beaten at the moment. Go on, turn. Ooh, thought he'd got it then. It looked to me for all the world it was going in. Come on, Delap. Somebody. Delap or McKenna. Somebody. It's not going in, is it? Half time. I've got players who are dying out there. But it'll be the same for Chelsea, I expect. Just give them a bit of encouragement. In Delap we trust. Oh boy, I've got to do something, I know, because Chelsea are dominating, so I need to do something. And what I think, we're playing, like, I'm going to slow it down. Take that out. Slow everything down. Just conserve a little bit of energy. And just like try and keep the ball. And Chelsea won't be expecting that. Although I don't think the Chelsea manager knows anything. Reece James is also a nuisance now. Where is Reece James then? And just slow it down and try keep the ball. It's going to go to penalties, isn't it? This is going to keep us on the edge of the seat until till 2059. Unless we're going to sneak one here, are we? Go on, son. Go on. Oh, penalty, ref. He had a look. Oh, here we go. Set piece. I just like my nerves cannot take seeing the opposition have a set piece. Just cannot take it. Oh, referee. But it's going to go to penalties then. Yeah, he's just seeing the timeout, isn't he? Fair play. They're just seeing timeout now. Come on, we can still attack. We're still allowed. The question is, who's going to be taking... The game is still going on. What is going on here? Tyler Morton first. Delap. Then Jason. And then Ling. Humphreys' composure is good. Fassini and then Scott McKenna. Harwood Bellis can probably go before Scott McKenna. Delap fifth, the hero. Sola is very nervous. So Fazzini, Timon, Sola, and then the goalkeeper, Castiles. Okay. What should I say to them? We've practiced trainings and penalties. You've got this. You've got this. Oh boy. I'd be surprised if he misses because he's been the best player all season. Chelsea have got some very, very good forwards. I would expect that they're not bad at penalties. Who is going to be the Ipswich hero? Here comes Delap. It's not going to be him. Oh, he's put it away. We're 2-1 up. I mean, this Chelsea team is just full of them. We will be very, very fortunate here. He's missed it! Enzo has missed it! Oh my God. Come on, Jason. Do not let me down now. He scored! It's 3-1. Come on. Castiles, you've got this. You've got this, Castiles. Save this one. We've won it. It's not this one. Still 2 to go. Ling coming up next. Ling will miss for sure. Ling has been a nightmare all season. Oh, he scored. He's Shane. Yep, this is penalties in the FA Cup final. 2-2, it finished. And we are 4-2 up at the moment in penalties. It's going to be Reece James. Come on, Castiles. You've got this. Oh, it's 4-3. We only need to score this. We only need to score this. This is it. This is what it's going to come down to. It's Humphreys, my young player of the year for 2 years. Can he do it? Go on, son. Go on. This is it. He's done it. He has done it. Yes, we have won the FA Cup final. And we have beaten Chelsea on penalties. And this game gets madder and madder every time I play it. We have won the FA Cup final in our first season in the Prem. In all fairness, we absolutely annihilated Villa. And I don't know, somehow we just stayed in it. And now they got to play in Europe. And they got to play in the Europa League next season. And I wonder what the budgets will be. And there is simply not a squad there to play in Europe. Well. I don't know what to say to them. I expect to see you in training. You don't deserve a rest. Boy. Congratulations. What a win. I know, Shane, it's absolutely mental. Oh, boy. We have won the FA Cup and now we are in Europe. So I need to see what the budgets are going to be. Oh, boy. That is is mad. Oh boy, we finished 13th in the table and we have won and qualified for the Europa League. Is this game bonkers? Let's go to the competitions page. 13th in the table, 45 points. I'd say that's a good performance. We won 12, lost 9, and drew 9, lost 17. So we won 20. So 21 favourable results against 17 poor. I guess for all my frustration, that is a good season. Winning the cup has put everything out of skew. Because we're going to have a budget. And they are not releasing the budget news yet. Yeah, 13th would be considered mid-table. What did the board say? Team achieved a mid-table position. However, we at one stage looked like qualifying for the Europa League, so we shouldn't get carried away. We did qualify for the Europa League. And they're pleased we reached the... Oh, wait a minute. That the team has won the FA Cup. Didn't mention thank you for getting us qualified in the Europa League. The board is terrible. Where's the budgets? Aha, here we go. How much, guys, do you think the budgets are going to be? Original budget last year. Original budget was... No, it was not 68 million. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, they've set the budget to 68, have they? Oh, I've actually... 1.1 and 68 million. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's 68 million to totally rebuild that team. It's not great. But there we have it, guys. What I will do is I will save and upload this to I got some shopping to do for sure, Shane. What I will do is anemone. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Oh my god. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the file to Google Drive, and then I'll put it in a community post, the link to it, and then you can all go and play this to your heart's content. In the meantime, I'm going to be focusing on Newcastle and getting that done, that journeyman save done. So you can go and play with this one. Hi, Tunkai. And it will be fun for you because you've got hard work to do. Ipswich are in Europe. And that is going to be fun for you. It's going to be tough. So I will... what's that thing there? I don't know. So I'll upload it to Google Drive, and then you can download it and pop it into... Yep, it came to an end, Tunkai. It was always really just to get promoted, and then just to show people you can survive. And not only have we survived, we have won the FA Cup. And at the end of the day, it was horrid to watch. It was absolutely horrid to watch. At the end of the day. But that's what you have to go through. Now you guys can just go and play and see how far you can take this Ipswich team in the next couple of years. We've got them into Europe. Can you be champions in 2 years? And can you win the Champions League maybe in 3 years? That's your task. Not tonight, Tunkai. Newcastle will be on Sunday. And tomorrow I'm getting a day off. I don't even know what day it is today. Is it Friday? Yeah. So tomorrow is my day off, and then Sunday back with Newcastle. Have to win the Champions League. Got to do it this year. So we've perked up a little bit after that drama. I will bid you all farewell now because I'm quite hungry and need to go and get something to eat. And it's been a long session, 3.5 hours. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there on my shoulder when I needed it. It was a tough season, but we've come through with flying colours. And I remember halfway through the season, we were on 35 or 37 points. Second half of the season has been horrible. But we've got there, and we've won the cup. We ended up being the 4th worst goals conceded and the 8th worst goals scored. George Hurst scored a total of 23 goals. Wes Burns 10 assists. And George Hurst had the most Player of the Match awards. It was a good performance. Manchester City have sacked their manager. So all good. So thank you for coming, guys, and I do appreciate it. And we will come up with something else very soon. I might even continue. I will leave the save for you, as I said, but I might even continue it myself. But I'll probably take a day or two off to work on the transfer window. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. I wonder how Ipswich will do in Europe. So stay safe. Take care. Don't forget to leave me a like. And hi, Spike. Don't forget to leave me a like. And we will see you very, very soon. Cheers, guys.